Latest news reports across federal ministries, agencies and parastatals surface week in, week out. Let's keep you updated on ministry news. The federal government, through the Ministry of Health, has kick-started plans to locally manufacture human vaccines with the first meeting of the Inter-Ministerial Working Group on Local Vaccine Manufacturing. The Minister of Health, Dr. Osagi Ehanire, will disclose this at the inauguration of the Ministerial Steering Committee, and the Technical Working Group said local and international experts in vaccine research and development developed the policy and administration under the leadership and guidance of the Federal Ministry of Health with regards to recommendations of the World Health Organization. The minister appealed at a time when the global community faces the urgent need to develop a vaccine to combat the pandemic. And still from the Ministry of Health, the Minister of Health, Dr. Osagi Ehanire, recently in Abuja said the federal government would facilitate the wide-scale adoption of traditional and alternative medicine in orthodox medical practice. He said these are the maiden conference of the traditional, complementary and alternative medicine in collaboration with the Office of the First Lady held at the International Conference Center, Abuja. He reassured that in line with the aspiration of this administration to explore all avenues for proper health care, the Federal Ministry of Health will remain committed to supporting initiatives that will promote traditional medicine practice in the country. The Federal Ministry of Works and Housing has inaugurated the 182 million naira internal road network of Waziri Umaru Federal Polytechnic, Benin Kebbi in Kebbi State. The 1.8 kilometer road network, commissioned by the Minister of Works and Housing, Mr. Babatunde Raji Fashola, was part of the federal government's intervention in the institution. Speaking at the event, the minister said the project is part of proposed road networks by the federal government across federal tertiary institutions in the country. According to him, 21 proposed roads were rehabilitated in 2002 and handed over to the various institutions concerned. The minister, who was represented by the acting federal controller of works, Kebbi State, Hamed Abdulkadir Yabo, said students are expressing renewed enthusiasm with regard to attending classes because some defective roads have been restored to good condition. The Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Dr. Mohammed Mahmoud Abubakar, has flagged off the rollout distribution of agricultural inputs to smallholder farmers in Kaduna State, stating that it will open up investment opportunities, create jobs for stakeholders, and facilitate increased production as well as food and nutrition security. The event, which took place recently at the Ministries State Office at Livestock House, Mando Road, Kaduna State, featured distribution of seeds of different crops as well as various agricultural equipment and agrochemicals. The minister informed that the initiative was part of the government's effort to stimulate local production, increase self-sufficiency, attract investments, as well as to create job opportunities and enhance the livelihood of farmers. The federal government and the World Bank are working in synergy to promote innovation development in schools as well as encourage youths to participate effectively in skills acquisition programs in Nigeria. The Director, Press and Public Relations, Federal Ministry of Education, Mr. Ben Bemgong, said the full implementation of the project entitled Innovation Development and Effectiveness in the Acquisition of Skills, also known as IDEAS project, was underway. To this end, a national workshop for innovation development and effectiveness in the acquisition of skills was organized by the Federal Ministry of Education and the World Bank to kickstart the implementation of the project in Gombe, the Gombe state capital. The workshop was intended to discuss the financial management of the project, procurement processes, project work plan, as well as monitoring and evaluation mechanisms. The federal government, through the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Mohammed Musa Bello, on Tuesday handed over the certificate of occupancy for 12,000 hectares of land in Abuja to the Minister of Aviation, Adi Sirika. The 12,000 hectares of land is for the actualization of the aviation roadmap projects of President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration. According to Mohammed Kabiru Shehu, the Director, Planning, Research and Statistics of the Federal Ministry of Aviation, who represented the minister, said one of the key projects to be executed on the land is a second runway project for Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. The Weights and Measures Department of the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment Thursday has conducted a verification of measuring scales at the nation's airports to ensure accurate measurements of travelers' luggage at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos. Speaking after the exercise, Mr. Hassan Ejubuno, Director, Weights Measures Department, said the exercise was in response to public complaints of alleged manipulation of weighing equipment at the airport, which result to excess charging of luggages. He noted that the department is saddled with the responsibility of ensuring that all commercial transactions involving measurement were fair, accurate, and legal with a view to protecting consumers. The federal government says Nigeria Air, the country's proposed national carrier, has received the Air Transport License (ATL) to commence operation. The Federal Ministry of Aviation said this on Monday in a tweet via its official Twitter page. The development comes 4 years after the national carrier was unveiled by the Minister of Aviation, Adi Sirika. And finally, on ministry news, the federal government, through the Ministry of Interior, has declared Monday, June the 13th, as a public holiday in commemoration of Nigeria's Democracy Day, which comes up on June 12. The Minister of Interior, Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola, made this known in a statement signed by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Dr. Emil Shuaib Belgore, on Thursday. He congratulated Nigerians and urged all citizens to support the present administration in its efforts at ensuring a secured, united, and prosperous nation.